Yeah man, so for tonight's vlog I'm gonna be making some pork. I'm doing some meal prep and I'm trying out some recipes at the same time. I hope this audio will be loud enough because I don't want to do a voiceover later. And you know, as I said in my little short that I did yesterday, real content is still matters. So if I tell you that I'm a bit tired and I'm working on something, you could still watch it and you could probably identify with me. All to be tired right now. Me, I'm waiting on God's kingdom, praying for it to come every day. Alright, so behind there I got some stuff to make some turmeric shots. As I explained about the clammy cherry tea, trying to be as healthy as possible. Not easy, but here drinking some clammy cherry and ginger tea, and the clammy cherry doesn't really have no taste, which is so cool. Alright, so here I've got some garlic that my sweet self peeled the other day, and check it out, right? Because I'm trying to do an Asian style pork called char siu, or how does it? Char siu? Char siu. But my thing is, I ain't got all the ingredients and I ain't care. So you might tell you about red food dye, right? I don't deal with anything like that. All my dyes would be natural. So first I got some sorrel here that I'm gonna get some good color out of and reduce that. I'm gonna use some for the pork and some I'll just drink it. Actually I might pour out some of this water now for the one that I can drink and allow it to reduce some more. With this pork dish, it really is about seasoning the pork but adding like a syrup to brush it with. And for that reason, I think sorrel will be fine because sorrel has an acidic flavor, but it's getting sugar anyway, so the sugar is gonna balance that out. Alright, so what we're gonna do here now is I'm just gonna salt the pork. Get some salt and put on both sides, and that's it. Not too much salt because there's a little bit of soy sauce in the marinade, but enough salt to salt it. And then we're gonna just poke some holes in it with a fork. That's gonna help the marinade to seep in. This already looking like if it's too little bit, but alright. You're gonna be good. Maybe I just make it and then I won't tell anyone to give everybody chicken. So I'm gonna make a marinade now, and these are the ingredients I have so far. So I've got my garlic, I've got a big piece of ginger, I've got a 1/3 cup or so of brown sugar. That's about a tablespoon of 5 spice, about a teaspoon of black pepper and a teaspoon of white pepper. Alright, these are going into the blender with, I don't have much soy sauce, so I'm going to just use about 3 tablespoons or so of soy sauce. And I'm going to put, I would say about 1/2 cup of the sorrel. I'll see if I need more. Here's the sorrel. Look at how rich that is. Of course, once I pour this out, I can boil this again and get more flavor out of that. And I got some over here for me to drink later as a tea. So good for you. Coming off of coffee made me feel bad because I love my coffee. I like to make my CMOS coffee, but it's only for a time. And at the end of the day, I'm drinking so many fabulous teas in the meantime. It's really a privilege to be able to understand that God made the world and that He put all these things for our health here, you know. I think I'm going to put a little oil in this too. So let's get all those ingredients in. I'm going to pour the sorrel into here because I want it to rinse out there. So I'll show you when everything is in the blender. Here's sugar dumplings. So that's how we're looking so far. Now, another thing I want to add here is a little bit of oil, which is going to help it adhere to the pork and cause the pork to fry slightly as it roasts. I got a little grapeseed oil here. You could guess how much that is. I guess a tablespoon and a half or so. And I can taste this and know what to do after, but I also want to add a little bit of alcohol. But since it's Barbados and I'm making it with sorrel anyway, I would add some rum, right? But they don't drink just as much Johnny Walker as they do rum. Let me see if I got any whiskey because whiskey got a little extra kick. No disrespect to rum. But rum got kicks too. But Handsome got a lovely drink here, so. Oh, it ain't open yet. The whiskey really is fabulous, but it's not open as yet. So I back to the rum idea. I don't want to open it if it's not open yet. Let me crack in here. Alright, so about 3 tablespoons of rum gone in there. And this port, we'll see how the marinade looks at the end, but I might just baste it with syrup along with having the marinade. You know how it is, we cooking on the fly, so we gotta see what's going on. Wink from the one-eye man. The undercover probably won't wash and I didn't see it, so I just threw that little thing over it just now. Marinade tasting good. It needs salt, but I put salt on the pork already, so won't be using any. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pour this. It is red. Still some left back in here. I think this is enough. Because as I told you, it still needs salt. I put a little bit more. Oh shoot, I didn't remember to put the soy sauce. TBH, I left out the soy sauce. I'm not Asian. They love to put soy sauce on everything and say it has umami flavor. You know what? I'll make a little. If I think that I want a little umami flavor, I'll make a soy and scallion dip. Ginger is a meat tenderizer as well. I'm just gonna pick this up and put it back down inside the marinade like that. Wash my pork in vinegar. I don't do the salt, but if and you don't always have to lime and salt either, but I did mine with vinegar today. Soak it for a bit, get any germs out of it, and now I'm gonna let this marinate. So let it marinate for at least, I would say, I don't know, half an hour maybe. It has the holes in it, so it should be pretty quick. You can just cover it and rest it in the fridge. Now to the rest of the marinade, I'm just going to add some more of this concentrated sorrel. Just for the color. A little bit more sugar and set it aside. I actually might just add all of this plus the one that's left in the pan into a pot, and I've just boiled that and get it to come down a little bit so it would be proper for basting the meat. Alright, so here's the glaze that I got. I got this from in the pan with the pork plus the leftover glaze I had, and I decided the sorrel wasn't tasting sour enough, because having a little sweet and sour note is always nice when something is sugary. So I added a little bit of vinegar to this and a little bit more sugar, and I'm just simmering it down to look like a syrup. I also strained it to get out the little particles of ginger and garlic. That's optional, but I did that. And in the oven here, I have a very high up rack, so I put some water in the pan. I've got the pork in the oven. I've got some chicken that I was making too, but the pork is in the oven on this rack. I think this rack comes from some sort of air fryer or something that we used to have. I've got my oven set to 375. Okay guys, I found this was very labor intensive because of the basting. I basted it about every 15 minutes and it took me about an hour. It's not as red as it would be if you dyed it red, but that's okay. And here's the leftover sauce here. It's cooked so you can taste it, you can use it. And then also the pan juices to create like a little gravy, because the water evaporated now. Still tastes pretty okay. So I would say definitely, I think this came out well, and I'll let you know how it tastes when I cut it up. So there's a lot of flavor on the pan, so we're just going to scrape all of this into our sauce over there. Alright gang, so the argument, which Shrek is the best? Sailor said 2. People say we're gonna put Stilk skin. Anyhow, I cut in my things. Alright fam, so we're just basting this little pork here now. This took forever, and I told you I was tired from the beginning. Just drizzle a little sauce on it. You can serve it with the sauce next side, alright? I can't even get your chives cut good. That's how tired I is. So when I'm gonna take these chives that big and small, and when I'm gonna take it or lump it, and then when I'm breaking up my night rest, that look good. Look at that is. What do you mean? Sexy. Coca-Cola. Or today, broad shoulders. Looking sexy, man. Come on. Come on. Just stop it. Stop overdoing it. I understand. It looked good. Alright, calm down. Alright.
On your eye. Eye paint is not.
Alright, nice. I'm coming over now.
It's eye paint. It's not eye paint. The what?
How your food taste?
Really nice. Amazing. Amazing. I can't say it in English because it looks so good. I need to taste it now.
Yummy, yummy.
It looks really good.
Sometimes we try put on accent for no reason, you know. But I just want to tell them, say, the food look nice. This is my son food, but me soon put piece of foil on it and put it for myself to eat tomorrow because I'm only tasting tonight because I'm cleansing mostly, you know. So I just take a couple tastes and the vegetable and everything is nice. Everything is balanced. Everything have a little sweetness and so on. So, you know, I can't fault myself with this one. I think they do a good job. And this is some chicken as well because I had done some chicken as well, but that's just a little soy sauce and a little sesame oil I put on it, and I bake it off because the oven is used so much electricity. In these times when you're also using electricity for the hair condition and all them types of things, and the bills is so high, I am convinced the best thing to do is throw everything in the oven. If I wasn't so tired, I would have made banana bread and everything. Anyhow, I was tired.
I have to beg you for little energy to make the banana bread.
So good night, everyone. True, you can't see my face because it's not ready. It's not ready. So I'm just say bye like this, and you can see my nails. I'm a ring for match with my nails, you know. I'll talk to you another time. Stop calling all the time. I'll talk to you when I'm able. All right, bye-bye.